Welcome back, wonderful people. Warzone Season 5 is less than 2 days away and excitement for Call of Duty is back again. As you can see on your screens over here, this is basically a screenshot from my PS4. I can already, and we can actually already download the update for Modern Warfare Season 5, which is absolutely great thing because it was so stressful to download these files on the day when update is actually live and online. So basically I really have to give credits to developers here, so absolutely great job from Activision and Infinity Ward having this update downloadable already today. When you have a community of 150 million players and gamers playing this game regularly on a daily basis, it was absolutely essential thing they put this download 2 days in advance so we can organize our space, because as you can see the download is pretty big. It's 36 gigabytes of memory, which actually also is a good thing because it means we will get tons of new content that we are all excited about. The purpose of video today is to make a small recap of all Easter eggs in Season 4 that we found, and especially in relation to bunkers and to the nuclear warhead that we saw in a bunker number 11. So stay tuned for further details. I have to say actually that the Season 4 started really promising because it haven't passed a lot of time since we discovered all of these new bunkers that are suddenly being, I won't say accessible, but glitchable. So you can basically glitch inside and see what's happening. And yes, I'm speaking about bunker number 1, bunker number 3, and bunker number 10. And bunker number 10 in particular was very interesting because there was this big, massive rocket that's been hidden there. So in regards of these new foundings, and especially big rocket in a bunker number 10, everybody was hoping that at the later stage of Season 4 we will get some kind of a riddles to solve so we can progress with the Easter egg, but unfortunately that never happened. Instead of that, we got a new element to the whole mystery, which is basically a small shacks or a small rooms scattered around the map, where we basically community managed to gather this big cipher riddle code. It's a massive, gigantic puzzle to be resolved. So in all of these bunkers, including these shacks and rooms that I was just mentioning, you can gather all of this intel and basically it will bring you to one massive cipher riddle that needs to be solved in order to do something. We are not still sure what these big riddles are going to be used for. Is that going to be like a big online event? Is that going to be a nuclear rocket event? So there is still no clues, and the developers are quite silent on this issue as well. So we don't still know why those riddles are scattered all around Verdansk. And then after that, shortly after that, community also discovered the Easter egg that's in a multiplayer trench map, where basically you can interact with the bunker that's inside this small map, where you can enter inside and basically get a glimpse probably of something that's going to happen for the next Call of Duty title that's going to be Call of Duty Cold War. But this Easter egg also hinted that the big changes are coming to Verdansk, because the same phones and the same, I would say, environment was found in a bunkers number 1, 3 and 10 in a Verdansk Warzone map. So community was arguing that the Easter eggs that are done in the multiplayer maps doesn't have to do anything with Warzone, but I strongly disagree with that, because even the developers are saying that the Warzone will be a connection point for all the Call of Duty titles and games. I also have to mention that during this period we could still access the bunkers with the red access key cards, and you could randomly find those in a loot if you are lucky and just go with your team. and loot one of the bunkers that are accessible with the red access key cards and just get a lovely loot inside and a lot of cash as well. But all of a sudden what actually happened in the mid-season update is that we couldn't access these bunkers anymore. So red access key cards were completely wiped out of the face of Earth, and there was no other ways of entering those bunkers unless you glitch either with drone or if your teammate pushes you through the doors, which was quite disappointing. At that stage we got some interesting things as well in bunker number 11, which was the only and the last accessible bunkers in the whole Warzone map, of course accessible through the Morse code phones. And basically when we entered inside we saw a completely different thing. First of all of these bunkers were not numerized anymore. So bunker number 11 doesn't existed anymore. It was a bunker, but there was no number as well. That applies to every other bunker on the map. But also the whole bunker was completely brushed up. There was no blood, no blood stains, no secret message on the wall, which is resume cover, await further instructions. So basically, and even when you go to the main computer room where you find this big control computer, when you turn it on, the system, it says system ready. Previously, when you restarted the computer every time you interacted with it, it was system was constantly failing and asking you to restart again. All of a sudden we got this system ready. On the other hand, when you also were going to the second door of the bunker number 11, you could basically interact with the second keypad, which basically open you like a tab where you can tap any number on the keypad that you see. But basically whatever number you type, you could actually, it returns you the error signal, I would say. So overall it was quite strange of a twist, I would say, backwards, because like you had a bunker which was completely wrecked. You could see that there was some conflicts happening over there, that people were killed, and all of a sudden you enter this bunker in the future again and everything is cleaned up. Like there is no blood, system is working, everything is fine, there's no bunker numbers, so there's no secret messages. So it's quite interesting, and the community was asking, are we actually in some kind of a time loop? Are we maybe going backwards, or what's actually happening? So instead of making any significant, I would say, development or progress in resolving Easter eggs in Season 4 in relation to bunkers and nuclear bombs, we actually made a step backwards, and it was an absolute disappointment for the whole community, especially for those players who are mostly doing the Easter egg hunt. Now, the only thing I can assume in this situation that I just mentioned is that developers are basically, they deliberately stopped all of these bunkers from being used, etc. so they can develop the next stage of the Easter egg in peace. Because, let's be honest, community was getting ahead of themselves. So we were basically glitching through the walls, through the doors, through absolutely every piece of a map over here, which basically could kind of spoil anything that's coming in the future. And honestly speaking, if I used to be a developer, I wouldn't like that somebody spoils my surprise for the community of 150 million gamers. Overall, to conclude with the recap, Season 4 was an absolute disappointment in regards of the Easter egg. Though there were still some Easter eggs to be resolved and to be seen, but not as much as we had it in Season 3. So guys, I really have a real high hopes for Season 5, and that we are going finally to get some new clues, some new missions and new tasks in order to get these mysteries in regards of the bunkers and nuclear warheads resolved. Anyways, that would be all for today. This would be a small recap what we were doing for the Season 4. If you want to share your peace of mind, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And until next time, I wish you all the best and stay frosty.